8th. This is day 7 of my 30-day fast. This is Tom Miner, and just checking in with you for the update on what's been going on. It's going good. I'm extremely proud of myself. As I predicted yesterday, there was an energy spike today. I woke up, was feeling kind of sluggish, but was able to get out the bed, which is easy for most people, but not when you're dealing with primary progressive MS. But actually, it was a lot easier than I thought it was, and I can start to feel the looseness and the gain mobility, in my legs and stuff like that, which is really good. How do you say this? Today is like I said, this day is the 7th day of my fast, right? But I haven't had a bowel movement in 5 days. Good or bad, that might upset someone, but if you're dealing with a disease and you have limited mobility, having control over your bowels is like extremely important. And of course, there's nothing to alleviate if you're not eating, but it's still amazing. One is 7 days without eating anything. That's just, even though I'm living it and have done it before, it just still amazed me how good you could feel, how good I can actually move, and how good my mind is working, even with 7 days without food. I was talking to a friend today, and he was amazed too. And I told him, based upon my experience, which is the longest I've done with just strictly water is 24 days, right? So I'm still away from it. I got more than that left. I got 23 days left before I can get to the end of the month, but definitely another 14 days or so before I can get to the 24. But either way, I was telling him about, just think about, this week, 7 days, right? Week ago from today, how much food had you had to consume? And now that, he's been interacting with me, I said, how much of that do you actually think was actually necessary? And not for everyone, because some people, depending on what your body mass is and stuff like that, you definitely need to eat regularly. I'm not trying to do that, and I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling anybody not to eat or anything like that. But I am telling you, for your body to function, I think, at an optimal level, there needs to be a time for it to rest and repair. And that, based upon everything I can see, is about 16 hours. So intermittent fasting is something that I think everyone should look at. And in my next one, I think I'll put some links in for some different sites that you can go and actually see the intermittent fasting protocol and what it does for you. And then also too, I think the next thing would be is, try to get up to 3 days, which would be like amazing for most people. So the one thing I want to talk about today, because I know that for some people, you might be looking at this and you might be thinking about doing this or have done it or doing something shorter, maybe a 1 day or 2 day or something like that, or even an intermittent fast, right? The one thing that you should look at when you do a fast is to be really conscious of how you break the fast, right? And it's interesting, if you look at breakfast, right? What we all traditionally like, bacon and eggs, that's 2 words: break, fast. So basically, you could break your fast at any time during the day, or have breakfast at any time during the day, which I do often. Sometimes I have my bacon and eggs at 12 noon, which is lunch for a lot of people, but I typically don't eat before 10 o'clock even, period. I was gonna say even when I'm not fasting, but obviously if you're doing a long day fast, you're not eating at all. So when you look at breaking the fast, right, the one thing you want to do is not to negate all the benefits or the majority of the benefits that you have achieved during the fast, right? So I think you need to really think about how to reintroduce feeding or eating back into your life. And most of the time, some bone broth, some salads, some light food. Melons are extremely good for you to be able to, first consume that when you first break your fast, right? Then give yourself a couple of hours or so, and then maybe have something a little bit more nourishing, like some baked chicken, some baked fish, or a piece of steak or something like that, or some bacon and eggs, right? And that would allow you to basically sustain, because once you do end your fast, right, there's going to be, well, for me, there was an urging in my system to keep the fasting feeling, right? I don't like being full anymore. I don't even like overeating anymore, but I do like the taste of food. So I do eat it, and I eat it slower. But once you start to fast on a regular basis, especially when you get to the longer fast, I say 3 days or more, or even 1 day for a lot of cases, if you can break that fast in a way that would reintroduce good, natural, raw foods and fruit and stuff like that, be the first thing that you consume, it's going to level out, and eventually you will not get a craving for the fried, dyed, processed foods, which tends to create most of the problems in our lives. So just want to bring that up. I know it's a long time before, hopefully, that I'll be breaking this one. And okay, so today, I was thinking, right? If you look at the videos that I've posted so far, there's not one for day number 4. Day number 4, I woke up just energetic, man. I think it was like 4:30. I even sent out text messages to some of my close friends, letting them know how energetic I was on that 4th day, right? But that 4th night, when I was supposed to make a video, I was wiped out. I was just totally not feeling it. And then on the 6th day, it was another difficult day for me. And then yesterday, I had to go get checked for COVID because my wife, she's pretty much recovered now, but she had COVID. And so I was thinking I wanted to quit. I was feeling like some sort of way, but I was not hungry, which is the thing that most people will think that there will be. They'll be starved, they'll be famished and stuff like that. Anyone who come around me, I'm sitting in my office right now, we would sit and talk, and I would ask them, I said, look at me. Do I look like I'm starving? Do I look like I'm sluggish? Do I look like I'm not focused or not engaging in the conversation? And the answer, always a positive answer. You look good, nothing is happening. My point I'm trying to make is that there's something to this fasting thing, right? For you to be feeling energetic 7 days of abstaining from food. I need to increase my water intake. I keep saying that, but I haven't even had much of an appetite for water. The only thing I want to do really is to continue to fast, right? I'm pleased with the way my body is feeling. I can feel the reduction, like in my waist and stuff like that. Really need to weigh myself. I said this, I don't know how many videos, but I will. And one of the reasons I'm hesitating is because it's difficult for me to stand. So to stand on a scale is always a challenge, but I need to do it because I know I'm doing this for some people who may be looking at this and trying to figure out, is it for them? A lot of people fast to lose weight, but I think if you do it to lose weight, that's good, it definitely will. But most of the weight that you're going to lose in the beginning of a fast is going to be water weight, which, that's good. I mean, you can break the fast in a way where you won't bring it back, but the mental benefits that you get, the autophagy benefits that you get, which means that the self-cleaning that you get, but probably the most important thing that you get out of this thing is being in control mentally and also increased discipline. Who would you have to be, or where you have to be mentally to go 30 days, 3 days, 1 day, and saying no to food, right? And then also saying no to some of the things that go around food, because most of the time when you eat, it's a social setting. And if you have family, that could be tough, because I have had occasions where people have came over uninvited and sometimes invited, and I let them know that I'm fasting, right? And people look at you sometimes kind of odd because it don't make sense to them, right? But it does make sense to them if someone tells them they're an alcoholic and they can't have alcohol because they're a recovering alcoholic, or if they are a drug addict, right? Recovering, right? I'm a recovering food addict. I was an eater. I still can be, but I'm making a choice not to. And I think that fasting makes that choice easier, because you see how unnecessary it is. And I see how I feel, react, and cognizance with this. So why would I want to do anything different? So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and end today. But I will be offering a subscription option to what I'm doing, because for people who are truly suffering with MS or any disease like that, and you want to see things that you can do, how you can exercise, what I do, and also just to be able to witness that just because you have one of these lifestyle diseases, that is not like the end of the world. There's things that you can do. So let me end this video. I got someone coming here. He's talking louder than I am. But look forward to the next one. Talk to you guys later.